Welcome to your online video recap in association with thestandard.com.
Hiya Dave, lovely to meet up with you on the range again yesterday and do some further work on your game. We spent the session looking at the takeaway once again and just clarifying a few areas and how one simple move can have quite a dramatic effect on the overall look of your golf swing and certainly the positioning of the golf club, resulting in a much better ball flight. The problem we had at first was when viewed from down the line, you can see that the club rolls under the red line very much. The hands are staying on it, but the club is getting rolled behind you and the blade of the club is opening up to the plane, if you will, the red line, quite substantially. That in turn sets the club in quite a flat position, resulting in the need to steepen the shaft during the downswing. Whenever you're steepening the shaft during the downswing, you're going to really struggle to hit a draw shot that you would like to hit, coming a little bit too steep on those to hit any sort of controlled draw. So first problem is where we arrive at waist level, and what we discussed was how what the left hand does, the back of the left hand does, can have quite a dramatic effect on your takeaway. So we were suggesting that the left hand rotated too much too soon, and we talked about the accumulators in the golf swing and we referred to that as accumulator number 3. So accumulator number 3, the back of the left hand rotates too much too soon. Take a little look here at Charlie Wee down the line. What we're going to see is a totally different move in regards to that third accumulator. You can see that the back of the left hand has no rotation up to waist level. As a result, the shaft of the club is more in line with the hands. The club has stayed on the plane line, and we can see there that the club is square to the arc of the swing at that point. From there, the left hand's free to rotate as a wrist hinge, and you can see the club setting in a steeper manner than what we see with yourself, allowing for a shallowing of the shaft in the downswing. You see how the club gets between those two lines again, rather than sort of on the top line. And then as he's approaching the golf ball, the club starts to drop back onto that red line a little bit more. Because what we see with yourself is this club stays on the green line, so it's effectively above plane. So the thought was to roll the third accumulator or load the third accumulator much less from setup to waist level. So what we're seeing here is a player whose thought is to have zero rotation of the left hand going back. As you can see, if you're actually hitting a shot in your rehearsal, the shaft doesn't roll behind you as much. What I like about this now is the club face doesn't open to the arc quite as much. The shaft still sets flat, still roll behind us, but it's not set as flat as before. And then at the top, we see a marked improvement in the overall position at the top of the swing. The left arm's travelled much further, giving the impression that the swing is more upright. We look at why that's happened. It's happened because as we've loaded the third accumulator in a more appropriate manner, the left shoulder has worked down more. And the movement of the left shoulder down frees up the left arm to travel further in the golf swing. You can see there with Charlie Wee that the left shoulder has worked down more. So just one simple move in the takeaway has had a knock-on effect in other areas of your game. Now, straight away when you did this, the ball was starting off more in line. You can see there's still that need to steepen the shaft. That's something that we've got to try and get rid of. The thing we were doing during your session was trying to hit to the right of the cane, just to give you the feeling of getting the club a little bit more behind you coming into impact. So from a better position at the top, the hands should work down the green line, the club should drop a little bit more in between the two lines, allowing the club to get back on the inside as it approaches the golf ball. But all in all, a much better swing, less face rotation on the way through as well. which is a nice sign, and that'll only get better as things progress. Good luck with it, and I look forward to working with you again in the coming weeks. Well done.